Deixa eu esperar. Joia, gente. Então vamos começar a nossa aula de revisão. Hoje, como eu falei, ela vai ser diferente do que vocês estão acostumados. E a gente vai fazer uma passagem aqui por diversas perguntas e respostas para ficar um pouco mais claro cada um dos conceitos. Obviamente, eu vou pedir a ajuda de vocês para a gente conseguir aqui fazer as respostas todas certinho. Então, eu quero já mensurar mais ou menos como é que vocês estão de conceito aqui e já mensurar que tipo de pergunta foi mais fácil ou foi mais difícil para vocês fazerem, tá legal? Então, para a gente começar, a gente vai passar primeiro por Accounting Fundamentals, a ideia de fundamentos de contabilidade, né? Dentro dos materiais tem diversos níveis de conceitos lá para vocês. O que eu sempre vou focar aqui na disciplina e vou pedir para vocês focarem um pouco mais também é sempre naquilo que fala. São três partes, né? O Income Statement, o Balance Sheet e os indicadores. Tá joia? Não como calcular, mas o que é cada um deles, que é inclusive essa primeira pergunta aqui. This is the first question. Então, a primeira pergunta eu vou pedir para a Sara, que eu acho que ela está aqui online, para ajudar a responder. Eu vou ler a pergunta, depois a Sara vai entrar com a resposta, para ver se ela acerta. So let's take a look. The first question is, also called activity ratios, measure how well companies utilize their assets to generate income. What is your answer, Sara? Sara, are you there? Okay, so I'm gonna try another person here, and after we move to you. Ana Gabriele, would you like to try this one? Also called activity ratios, measure how well companies utilize their assets to generate income. Efficiency, liquidity, financial leverage, profitability, or income ratios. What do you think? You can type if you want, okay? You don't need to say anything. Sure, I will. Also called activity ratios, measure how well companies utilize their assets to generate income. Answer? Pay attention to the question. How well companies utilize something to generate income? So we have efficiency, financial leverage, profitability, and income. What is your answer? I think it's going to be better to say the answer, because for me to turn to one screen and another is going to be weird. No idea, Anna. Let's do it. No. And you, Anna? Ah, come on, guys. Just a brief overview here. The right answer is efficiency ratios. Okay, so efficiency is how well a company utilizes their assets to generate income. So when you want to make something better, you are talking about efficiency. Okay, liquidity is how fast a company can sell things in order to cover something. Leverage is how well a company can grow. profitability is about generating profit, and income ratios doesn't exist. Okay, so in this case, efficiency ratios, I'm sorry, right? Pretty good. So the idea here is just for you to know how to use these ratios. You don't need to know the ratio itself. You don't need to know how to calculate them. You don't need to know the formulas. You just need to understand the idea, the concept, right? So efficiency. Okay, pretty good. Okay, number 2 now. I will ask Davi if you can help us, because I know you have done a really good this subject. So because this something informs the reader of a company's financial position as of one moment in time, it allows someone like a creditor to see what a company owns as well as what it owns to other parties as of the date indicated in the heading. So, Davi, what do you think here? Balance sheet, income statement, statement of cash flow, financial ratios report, or bookkeeping summary? If you can say it out loud, it's going to be better, please. I will give you some tips. From the reader financial position of one moment in time and the date indicated in the heading. This is what is going to give you the answer. Which of these statements here? Statement of cash flow. Do you know what it is? I don't think so. Financial ratios report. Do you know what it is? I don't think so. Bookkeeping summary. You know what bookkeeping is, but summary doesn't exist. So we will keep the answer between letter A or letter B. Balance sheet or income statement. When we talk about date, we are talking about, this is the tip for you, balance sheet or income statement. No, man, it's balance sheet. Income statement is not for a specific period, a specific date. For example, when we have here, over the date indicated in the heading is this part of the summary, the report. So when we have a date, we are talking about the balance sheet. Okay? You are a specialist, man, come on. Okay, number 3 now. Let me see another person to help me. Median can be you now. So, cash, temporary investments, accounts receivable, and inventory supplies are examples of assets, liabilities, equity, dividends, or revenues. If you look at the balance sheet in the materials, you are going to see the answers. It's really clear over there. We have a slide with a table with the balance sheet. And over there you have all the accounts. You don't know what are the meanings of the accounts, but you know how to recognize them. What do you think, Miriam? Cash, accounts receivable, inventory are examples of assets, liabilities, equity, dividends, or revenues. Very good, girl. That's excellent. It's letter A, assets. Because I have, for example, accounts receivable is about money I need to receive. Cash is what I have in hands right now. Investments, I am receiving money from somewhere. Inventory is money that I have invested in something. So assets, really good. Congrats. Number 4 now, examples of stockholders. Equity accounts include. So in the other hand, we have talked about Assets, now we are going to talk about equity. So examples of equity include letter A, letter B, letter C, letter D, or letter E. Sarah, can you help us now, please, if you are available now? I will put it again. Number 4. Examples of equity include common stock, preferred stock, paid-in capital in excess of or par value, paid-in capital from treasury stock or retained earnings, notes payable, accounts payable, accrued expenses, accounts receivable, equipment, goodwill. What do you think? Sarah. Maybe she's not available yet. So Ana Luisa, can you try this one? Number 4. Examples of equity. Letter A, really good, girl. That's excellent. Common stock, preferred stock, all these things here are money, are related to money that were invested by investors. So over here we have a couple of papers, right? Not papers, but documents, such as stocks, retained earnings is a matter of the money I have retained inside a company to reinvest. Really good. That's excellent. Notes payable, accounts payable, salaries payable, wages payable, and all the other things. Accrued expenses, accounts receivable, all these things here are related or to assets or to liabilities, right? And not equity. Okay, number 5 now. Here are a few examples of some of a company's financial transactions, except. So here are a few examples of some of a company's financial transactions, except by the purchase of supplies with cash, salaries and wages earned by employees, buying equipment for the office, borrowing money from a bank, or bookkeeping manipulating a company's financial transactions. Financial transactions, pay attention. Luana, would you like to try this one? Just think about it. Here we are talking about finance, right? We are not talking about accounting. So when we are talking about finance, we have different types of activities. But there is only one here that is not about finance. It's about accounting. What is this one? Calma, yes, I will. No worries. Yeah, pretty good, girl. The last one. Bookkeeping is related to accounting and not to finance, right? So all these things are related to money that is going to be exchanged. But bookkeeping is not a matter of money. It's a matter of numbers and figures. It's a report. Really good, girl. Pretty good. Now the other example. Notes payable, accounts payable, salaries payable, wages payable, and interest payable are examples of liabilities, assets, equity, income statement, or financial ratios. Gabriela, would you like to try this one? Notes payable, accounts payable, salaries payable, wages payable, interest payable are examples of liabilities, assets, equity, income statement, or financial ratios. Pay attention to the word payable. If I'm going to pay something, it means that some of this doesn't make sense. Petty, sure. If you want to use your slides, your materials, feel free, okay? Don't worry. The idea here is to emphasize concepts. Notes payable, accounts payable, salaries, wages, interest. Really good. Letter A, liabilities. Everything I need to pay to somebody, right? Or to someone. Really nice, girl. That's excellent. Okay, I think it's good about accounting. So we have discussed a little bit about accounting here. We have only more 4, 5, 6 questions. So I'm going to make it faster now in order to move to the other one. So number 7 now. Franciane, could you help me with this one, please? The accounting something is one of the 5 major financial statements used by accountants and business owners. The other major financial statements are the income statement, statement of comprehensive income, statement of cash flows, and a statement of stockholders' equity. The something is also referred to as the statement of financial position. So take a look here. I have put for you all the statements except by one of the major ones. What do you think? Franciane, I think. Balance sheet, income statement, profit report, statement of cash flow, executive income report. What do you think? Very good. Balance sheet, that's it. There's nothing easier because I have put for you all the possibilities. And you don't know profit report. Actually, I even don't know if it exists. Executive income report, it doesn't exist at all. So we have here just the balance sheet is the only possible answer because this is the one you have studied. So this is the only answer here. The major financial statements used by accountants and business owners are balance sheet, statement of cash flows, statement of comprehensive income, and statement of stockholders' equity. Balance sheet and statement of cash flow. Balance sheet, income statement, and statement of cash flow. Balance sheet, statement of comprehensive income, and the statement of stockholders' equity. Let me see who is going to tell me the answer. I don't know who else is here. Let me see. Can be Ana Gabriele again. What do you think, Anna? Major financial statements used by accountants and business owners are That's it, letter A, easy like this, because all of them are statements, are financial statements. So here I have just 2 of them, here just 3 of them, here just 3 of them, and here I have all of them. That's really nice, girl. Congrats for you. Okay, number 9. These ratios show the cash levels of a company and the ability to turn other assets into cash to pay off liabilities and other current obligations. So it's a matter of ratios here, once again. Ability to turn other assets into cash. This is the answer of this question. So Miriam, what do you think here? Ability to turn other assets into cash. This is liability, profitability, efficiency, leverage, or stability. Do you have the answer, Miriam? Anna sends the message. Yes, that's letter A, Anna. Really good. So liquidity is the ability to turn other assets into cash. Really good. Okay, number 10 now. They measure the overall debt load of a company and compare it with the assets or equity. This shows how much of the company assets belong to the shareholders rather than creditors. So it measures the debt and compare it with the assets or equity. This shows how much of the company assets belong to shareholders rather than creditors. So I am making a comparison between liabilities and equity. Let's see. Ana Luisa, what do you think? Number 10. I am comparing because something different is happening, something bigger probably. Leverage, yeah, that's it, girl, that's it. Easy like this. So financial leverage ratios. What does the acronym DEAL stand for? Dividends, expenses, assets and losses, depreciation, expenses, advertising and liabilities, depreciation, equity, amortization and liabilities, dividends, earnings, assets, and long-term debts. Luana, what do you think? A, B, C, or D? Acronym DEAL. That's it, letter A. Dividends, expenses, assets, and losses. We are talking about accounting, so advertising doesn't make sense. Depreciation and amortization are not that important compared to equity and liabilities. And long-term debts, nope, not at all, because this is only one of the accounts related to liabilities. Really good. And the last one, the acronym GIRLS. What does this stand for? Gains, income, revenues, liabilities, and stockholders or owners' equity, gross interest, revenues, liquid and sales, gains, income, receivables, liabilities and sales, or gross profit, interest, revenues, long-term debt, and shareholders' dividends. Only 5 of you, so Gabi, what do you think? Girls, girls, girls. This used to be a famous song by, what is the name of the band? A rock band. Hard rock band. I don't remember the name of it. Letter A? No, another girl. Gabriela. What do you think, Gabi? Number 12. Any idea? We have only 4 students. I can't believe it. So, Gabi, do you have an idea about this one? Sure. Let me just turn it. I'm sorry. Yep, letter A, that's it. Gains, income, revenues, liabilities, and stockholders' equity. Pretty good. Okay, so these are the main concepts that I would like you to keep in your vocabulary, that I would like you to try to memorize, to remember, because all of them are a summary of accounting, okay, the main concepts that you need to keep. Let's continue now. Now we're going to discuss a little bit about compliance fundamentals. So the first one, all these words are related to the labor law, except by wages, salary, overtime and working period, trade unions, collective bargaining and strike, workday, vacation, pension and social security, weekly rest, benefits, termination and wage increases, human rights, constitution, theft, and tax evasion. Which one of you would like to answer this one? Ana Gabriele again, because only 4 of you are here now. Ana Gabriele, what do you think? Letter A, B, C, D, or E. Everything related to labor law. All the words are related to labor law, except by one. Pretty good. Letter A. Letter E. Human rights, constitution, all these things are related to another thing, but not our labor law. An employee may simultaneously help himself but hurt his employer by taking a bribe to purchase inferior goods for his company's use. It's an example of conflict of interest, harassment, gift and hospitality, bribe, or collective bargaining. Ana Luisa, what do you think? This is an example of what? An employee may simultaneously help himself by hurt his employer by taking a bribe to purchase inferior goods for his company's use. It's an example of the first one. That's it. Conflict of interest. Harassment. No, we are going to see this concept in the future. Gift and hospitality. No, totally not. We don't accept bribes when we are talking about hospitality. Bribe, it's conflictual to this one. And collective bargaining, totally not. Number 3 now. Something covers a wide range of behaviors of an offensive nature. It's commonly understood as behavior that demeans, humiliates a person, and it is characteristically identified by its unlikelihood in terms of social and moral reasonableness. Let's see someone here. Luana would like to try this one. It's a matter of behaviors of an offensive nature. What is it? Nature. Offensive nature. Harassment, that's it. Pretty good. The next one, number 4. Essentially will involve sustained and responsible monitoring of not just the financial health of the company, but the social and environmental impact of the company. Gabi, what do you think? Corporate governance, business ethics, compliance, code of business conduct, or conflict of interest? Essentially involves sustained and responsible monitoring of not just financial thing, but social and environmental. What here involves not just money, but also social and environmental things. Letter B, no, it's not. It's corporate governance, right? Corporate governance is the how the company will manage different types of subject, just like sustainability, social responsibility, health and security of the employees, environmental impact, and other types of things. This is corporate governance. Okay, the next one is a set of internal policies and procedures of a company to comply with laws, rules, and regulations, or to uphold business reputation. Ana Gabriele, please try this one for me. A set of internal policies and procedures. Ana Gabriele, can you try this one, please? Pretty good. Compliance program. That's it. It's a set of internal policies and procedures. Really good. Okay, the last one of this part now. The Code of Business Conduct needs to provide a guidance of all these items except promoting a positive workplace, protecting personal data, a violence-free workplace, providing a healthy and safe workplace, bribes permission policy. Ana Luisa, can you try this one, please? The Code of Business Conduct needs to provide the guidance of all these items except A, B, C, D, or E. What do you think, Ana Luisa? The last one, pretty good. Think about it. Bribes permission policy. Who the heck would permit bribes inside a company? This does not allow it at all. So this is the correct answer. Pretty good, since only you are here. I'm going to skip this part here and I will move directly to finance fundamentals now. Okay, so finance fundamentals. Let me see who's here. Luana, try this one for me, please. Are any resource owned by a business or an economic entity? It is anything tangible or intangible that can be owned or controlled to produce value and that is held by an economic entity and that could produce positive economic value. Simply stated, this thing represents value of ownership that can be converted into cash. Assets, liabilities, equity, preferred stocks, or common stocks. What do you think? Luana, assets, liabilities, equity, preferred stocks, or common stocks. Yes, that's it. Assets, pretty good. Investors purchase something in companies they think will go up in value. If that happens, the company's something increases in value as well. The something can then be sold for a profit. Gabi, what do you think? Stocks, bonds, products, preferred stocks, or common stocks? Investors purchase this thing in companies they think will go up in value. And after they will sell it for a profit. What do you think, Gabi? Stocks, bonds, products, preferred stocks, common stocks. Bonds. Bonds, take a look here. Purchasing companies they think will grow up in value. Companies. We are not buying it from the government. Okay, bonds we buy from the government, and stocks we buy something from companies. Okay, good. So just have this difference in your mind. When we are talking about bonds, we are talking about the government. When we are talking about stocks, we are talking about private companies. So the right answer here, letter A, stocks. Number 3 now is going to be Ana Gabriele. Something is a loan to a company or government that pays investors a fixed rate of return over a specific time frame. What is it? What is it? Bonds, stocks, bonds, stocks, dividends, preferred stocks, or taxes? Ana Gabriele. Ana Gabriele, do you know it? Something is a loan to a company or government that pays investors a fixed rate of return over a specific time frame. Taxes? No, taxes doesn't pay anything for us. Don't pay anything for us. It is bonds, okay? Related to government, as I said to Gabi, bonds is always related to the government. Letter A again. The next one, Ana Luisa, I think. Yeah, Ana Luisa. Something is or are composed by shareholders' investment in the firm. What is it? Equity, assets, liabilities, dividends, or paid in capital? Shareholders' investment. Equity, assets, liabilities, dividends, or paid in capital. Equity, yes, you are right, totally right. And the last one related to finance. Something is the net amount of cash and cash equivalents being transferred into and out of a business. At the most fundamental level, a company's ability to create value for shareholders is determined by its ability to generate a positive one, or more specifically, maximize it. Cash flow, profit, revenue, assets, or sales, Luana. What is the thing we need to maximize when we are talking about finance? We need to maximize a lot of things. Cash flow, profit, revenue, assets, or sales. Cash flow, pretty good. Okay, really nice. Let's skip this part here. Let's move to HR fundamentals now. I'm just skipping these parts because we have just 4 students here, so it's too low. So let's take a look here. Number 1. According to Robert Iger, what is the CEO? The roles of a leader are focused in defining strategies, defining standards, motivate, and lead by example. There are tools and mandatory requirements to make it happen, except change management, legal requirements, behaviors aspects, and cascading, HR policies, voice of the customer, and knowledge sharing, standard work, roadmap, and develop strategies, budget planning, HR metrics and negotiation, or skills, qualifications, positions, benefits, and performance levels. What do you think, Gabi? Tools and mandatory requirements. change management, legal requirements, behavior aspects and cascading, HR policies, VOC and knowledge sharing, work roadmap and development strategies, budget planning, metrics and negotiation, skills, qualification, positions, benefits, and performance level. What do you think? A, B, C, D, or E? The last, yes, it is the last, it's not B. The last one, skills are not tools, qualifications are not tools, positions are not tools, benefits are not tools, and performance levels are not tools. Right? Pretty good here. The next one, a company's strategic efforts to attract, hire, develop, manage, and promote good employees is recruitment and selection, cascading, compensation and benefits, performance evaluation, or talent management. What do you think, Ana Gabriele? RNS, cascading, comp and ben, performance evaluation, or talent management? Ana Gabriele, something? Cascading, comp and ben, performance evaluation, or talent management? Yes, talent management, really good. Ana Luisa now. A, something, is the evaluation of an employee's work and abilities. Performance appraisal, feedback, coaching, audit, or pay for performance. Evaluation of an employee. Performance appraisal, feedback, coaching, audit, or pay for performance. Ana Luisa. No, it's not feedback. Evaluation of an employee's works and abilities. Feedback, I don't evaluate. I just give the feedback. I just say something, okay? So here is going to be appraisal, which is the other name for performance evaluation, okay? They are synonyms. Very good. Luana, number 4 now. Something lists the tasks, responsibilities, and qualifications for a job. Job description, code of conduct, employment contact, competency description, performance evaluation. What do you think? Job description, code of conduct, employment contact, competency description, performance evaluation. Job description. This one is easy. And the last one related to HR, since only few students are here. Oops. Something is the continuous process of systematic planning ahead to achieve optimum use of an organization's most valuable asset, quality employees. This thing ensures the best fit between employee jobs while avoiding manpower shortages or surpluses. human resources planning, human resources business partner, union relations planning, change management planning, merger and acquisition planning. Gabi, what do you think? Continuous planning. Pretty good, human resources planning. That's it, girls. Really, really nice. Let's skip this part now. IT fundamentals. Okay, really good. So an information system is composed by letter A, input, processing, output, and feedback, plan, do, check, and act, hardware, software, peripherals, and apps, plan, requirements, project, test, data structure, and list, input, production, output, and control. Who's now? I think it's Ana Gabriele now. Ana Gabriele, can you give us the answer, please, here? An information system is composed by C or A? What do you prefer, C or A? I will give you here more time to think about it. Hardware, software, peripherals, and apps, input, processing, output, and feedback. This is the definition of any information system we have. Letter A, pretty good, that's it. This is the definition. All information systems need to have these four things here: input, processing, output, and feedback. Pretty good. Now, Anna, the other Anna Luisa, I don't remember your names yet. I still don't remember it then. So a project management methodology characterized by building products that customers really want, using short cycles of work that allow for rapid production and constant revision if necessary. This is agile methodology, business model, competitive intelligence, active learning methodology, or Canvas. What do you think, Anna? The first one. Pretty good. Agile methodology. Easy like this. Number 3 now. Number 3, digital technologies contribute to an industry 4.0. Here are some examples, except by IoT platforms, mobile devices, and location detection technologies, such as Google Maps, advanced human-machine interfaces, and authentical and fraud machines, 3D printing, smart sensors and cloud computing, big data analytics and advanced algorithms, typewriters, public telephone booths, and phone books. Luana, what do you think? Industry 4.0. So we are talking about technologies for the future. What do you think? Of course, the last one. Think about it. Typewriters. Typewriters. I don't know. I even don't know if you know what it is. If you have seen one of them. This is really old. Phone books, oh my gosh. Okay, number 4 now. This is going to be for you, Gabi. Field in which the computer system takes on the characteristics of human intelligence. This is artificial intelligence, virtual reality, nanotechnology, transhumanism, computer-based information systems, or CBIS. What do you think? What is your answer? What do you think, Abi? Artificial intelligence, virtual reality, nanotechnology, transhumanism, CBIS, human intelligence. When we are talking about human intelligence, we are talking about artificial intelligence, AI. Very good. And the last one to this topic, helps companies manage all aspects of customer encounters, including marketing and advertising. This is the definition of CRM, SRM, CRM, AI, C2C, or SAP, Ana Gabriele. All aspects of customer encounters, including marketing and advertising. Of course, CRM, pretty good. Really nice. Moving on now to marketing now. Marketing fundamentals. So the first one, something is how a company creates an identity for itself and its products using names, design, and images. It is branding, differentiation, positioning, penetration, customer relationship management. Ana Luisa, what do you think? Moving to the end, this is good. We are talking about creating identity. Names, design, images, what is it? Branding, differentiation, positioning, penetration, customer relationship management. Branding or differentiation. Yeah, it's branding. Because I am talking about design, names, images, all these things are to branding. Pretty good. The next one is going to be Luana now. Is when a company makes its products or brand clearly different from other products or brands. Clearly different, Luana. What is the answer? Branding, differentiation, positioning, penetration, or customer relationship? Branding, differentiation, penetration, or customer relationship? Of course. If you commit a mistake, it seems that you need to return to the first year. Okay, number 3 now. It is not a characteristic of promotion. Characteristic of one of the 4P in this case. Gabi, what do you think? Coverage, advertising, personal selling, direct marketing, or public relations? Which one is not a characteristic of promotion? Public relations. Oh, I'm sorry, you are wrong. Public relations is related to promotion. I remember this one, I've committed the same mistake as you have right now. When I was studying, I remember to ask my professor, why public relations is related to promotion? And he gave me one explanation that I don't remember right now, but it is one of the characteristics of promotion. Would you like to try another one? Coverage, advertising, personal selling, direct marketing, or public relations? Okay, I will give you the answer. Coverage is not related to promotion because it is one of the characteristics of place. Place, the other P place. Okay, Ana Gabriele, the marketing mix is by product, place, price, and promotion, targeting and positioning, company, competitors, customers, collaborators, and context, branding, price penetration, differentiation, and vendor, B2C, B2B, B2C, retailer, DC, and CRM.
Professor, sua apresentação caiu.
Okay. Is it okay now?
Voltou.
Yep. Okay. So, Ana Gabriele, the marketing mix, what is it? A, B, C, D, or E? Marketing mix, the 4Ps, really good. They are Ana Luisa. Entrance into the market, channels, transportations, locations, or logistics. Related to place now. Entrance into the market, channels, transportations, locations, and position, and logistics. Pay attention, place is a matter of place. So which one of them are not related, is not related to a place, a location? Channels, no, we have channels. Distribution channels. We have distribution centers, for example. It's related to channels, to place, I'm sorry. So the correct answer here is entrance into the market. It's not totally not related to, it's not related to place in this case, right? Pretty good. Let's move on now to project management fundamentals now. So project management fundamentals, I think it's going to be Luana. A, something is an organizational structure that standardizes the project-related governance processes and facilitates the sharing of resources, methodologies, tools, and techniques. What is it? PMO, project management, project manager, portfolio, or PMI? What do you think, Luana? Organizational structure. PMO, project management, project manager, portfolio, or PMI? What do you think? Entendi que era tínhamos da promoção. Ah, no, it wasn't, Ana. So, Luana, what is your answer here? Yeah, pretty good. PMO. Office structure. That's it. Pretty good. When we are talking about a PMO, it is in general we just have this this structure inside big multinationals. It is not that common to find it inside companies, smaller companies. In general, just one person will assume this position. Okay, pretty good, Gabi. Now it's your turn. Something is the process that identifies, evaluates, selects, and implements options in order to set risk at acceptable levels given program constraints and objectives. Risk mitigation planning, change management, change control board, portfolio life cycle, or triple constraint. What do you think? Gabi, it's going to be you now. Risk mitigation planning, change management, change control board, project life cycle, and triple constraint. Which one is the best? Change control board. Pay attention here. In order to set risks at acceptable levels, when we are trying to minimize risks or eliminate risks, we are talking about mitigation. This is the word we have here in letter A, mitigation. Okay, this is a common word to find when we are talking about project management. So risk mitigation planning is the correct answer. Really good. Number 3 now. Schedule event that indicates that completion of a major deliverable event or a set of thereof of a project. What is it? Milestone, WBS, baseline, Gantt chart, or change control board? Ana Gabriele, what do you think? Completion of a deliverable. Completion of a deliverable. Milestone. Really good. These are examples of a project, except pyramids of Giza, development of commercial airplanes, Olympic Games, Great Wall of China, or industry production process. Ana Luisa. Yes, Ana Luisa. What is the answer, Ana? These are examples of projects. and only one of them is not. Just remember that a project is a limited in a timeline, you have a well-defined beginning and end of these activities. Which one of them you don't have a well-defined beginning and end? The pyramids, airplanes, Olympic Games, Wall of China, or process production industry production process. The last one, yes, you are right, because when something is not a project, is because it has transformed into a process, right? A process is something that you don't have a limit. You just have to make it happen. You cannot see the extent it has started and when it's going to end, right? And the last one related to project we are going to study today. The triple constraint theory is often referred to as the project management triangle. Each side of or point of the triangle represents the triple constraints of project management. They are scope, time, and cost, scope, quality, and cost, quality, time, and cost, project charge, timeline, and resources, scope, time, and quality. Luana, what is the correct answer? Triple constraint. Scope, time, and cost, scope, quality, and cost, quality, time, and cost, project chart, timeline, and resources, scope, time, and quality. Letter A. Yes, of course. Scope, time, and cost. Really good, girl. Let's move on to production. There we only have production now and supply chain, if I will remember. Okay, Gabi, this is going to be for you. All of them are tools to improve productivity, except TMAP, VSM, FMEA, and SIPOC, Visual Management, Standardized Work and Waste Elimination, TMAP, VSM, FMEA, and Visual Management, VSM, FMEA, and SIPOC, Portfolio Management, VSM, FMEA, and PMBOK. Which one is not related to productivity, is not a tool related to productivity? Letter B, visual management, standardized work, and waste elimination. No, they are totally important. Productivity, totally. Visual management is when you are going to put or to set everything easy to identify for everybody inside the company. So it's a really good way to improve productivity. Standardized work, it is totally related to production line, but also to other departments of the company, which is everybody that is going to conduct that activity is going to know exactly what you do because you have all the rules and process well defined. And waste elimination is something that we always need to follow in order to improve productivity. So this is not letter B. This is going to be letter E. No worries. We are here to learn. This is the right time to learn because next week we have the test. So portfolio management is not a tool and PMBOK is not a tool. PMBOK is related to project management. It's a book, kind of a book, where you are going to find all these concepts we are studying here related to project management. So project management book of knowledge. Pretty good. Now, Ana Gabriele, something can be used to understand and mitigate risk. What is it? Failure modes and effects analysis, SIPOC, standardized work, visual management, and value stream mapping. What do you think? To mitigate risk. Anna knows everything. Failure modes and effects analysis. The acronym is FMEA. FMEA. Pretty good. We use this tool to mitigate risks. Okay, so function and scope of production management, except delivering finished goods to the customer, design the development of production process, production planning and control, implementation of the plan and related activities to produce the desired output, administration and coordination of the activities of various components and departments responsible for producing the necessary goods and services. Which one is the correct one, Ana Luisa? We're almost at the end. Which one of this process is not related to production management? Of course, the first one. Delivering finished goods to the customer, it doesn't have anything to production management. Really good. Luana, something is the process of effective planning and regulating the operations of that section of an enterprise, which is responsible for the actual transformation of material to finished goods. What is it? Production management, supply chain management, project management, process management, or lean manufacturing? Production, supply chain, project, process, or lean? Which one transforms materials into finished goods? Letter A, production management, really good. And the last one related to production. Something refers to the application of management principles to another thing function in a factory. In other words, this thing involves application of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the production process. Ana Gabriele, please, let's try this one. A, B, C, D, or E. Production management, production function, and production management. Project management, production function, and project management. Production management, planning function, products management. Process, and production, process, production, and portfolio. Which one is the correct one in your opinion? Letter A. Do you have the answers? Because if I will remember, you've got all of them correct. Okay, let's go. This is going to be the last part now of the overview. Supply chain management, supply chain fundamentals, right? So a company's something is all the goods and materials that are held in stock. This includes not only materials needed to build products, but also finished goods yet to be sold. Inventory, stocks, warehouse, order fulfillment, or just-in-time, Gabi? Not only materials needed to build, but also finished goods yet to be sold. This is the answer you need. Inventory, stocks, warehouse, order fulfillment, or just in time. Production is easier than finance. Yes, it is, Luana, totally. I agree with you. Actually, the concepts are easier. In finance is a bit challenging sometimes. Gabi, what is your answer here? Accompanies something, not only materials, but also finished goods. What is it? Oh my gosh, don't worry, girl. You just need to study a little bit. By the way, just to make a parenthesis, a very fast parenthesis here in the middle of the video. This is going to be part of the test, okay? These questions that I am discussing with you are the things that you need to study. Okay, so this is part of the test. Of course, I'm not going to give you all the the answers here, but most of them I'm going to give to help you, because what I told you in the beginning, what I want you to know is a matter of concepts. So I want you to remember the concepts, to explain the concepts, and that's it. So the grade, the test is not that important for me, but much more important is the knowledge you are going to keep with you, right? So just study the materials and you are going to be fine. So, okay, so this one I will give you the answer, right? This is going to be inventory. So inventory, when we are talking about this, we are talking about materials, all the materials I receive, and I'm going to put in the warehouse in order to produce something. But also after I produce everything, I'm going to call it inventory. Okay, number 2 now, Ana Luisa. Something activities typically include inbound and outbound transportation management, fleet management, warehousing, materials handling, order fulfillment, logistic network design, inventory management, supply or demand planning, and management of third-party logistics services providers. What is it? Logistics management, supply chain management, sourcing or procurement management, order fulfillment, or warehousing management. Ana Luisa, what do you think? All these activities here are related to letter A, B, C, D, or E. The first one is logistics management. Almost all the questions are the first one, right? Just for you to memorize it. Okay, number 3 now. Oops. Number 3 now is going to be Luana. This thing encompasses the planning and management of all activities involved in sourcing and procurement, conversion, and all logistics management activities. Supply chain management, logistics management, process management, production management, or sourcing management? What do you think? Supply chain management. That's it. Really good. All activities involved, then it's supply chain. Really good. Gabi, the last one for you, I promise. This theme is a business strategy aimed at reducing inventory and associated costs. This theme manufacturing, just enough materials are ordered and delivered when they are needed. Just-in-time, reverse logistics, Lean, Six Sigma, or supply chain? Just when they are needed. This is the answer. Just when they are needed. What is it? Just-in-time, reverse logistics, Lean, Six Sigma, or supply chain? Yes, pretty good. Really nice. See? You are good too. Just-in-time. This is when they are needed. It is just in time. And the last one is going to be for Ana Gabriele. Am I right? Yes, Ana Gabriele. So this thing is the process of buying the goods and services that a business needs to operate. Purchasing, warehousing, receiving, shipping, or shopping. What is the correct one, Ana Gabriele, to conclude our class? No, I can't believe you said this. Shopping? No, come on. Purchasing, yes. Please. Don't say it again. Shopping, no. Shopping is something you like to do. You like to shopping, but this is not the right answer, right? Okay. So the correct one is purchasing, or I also could say sourcing in this case, right? Okay. No worries. Okay, girls, so this is all I have for you for today. I would continue showing all the other questions, but since only 4 of the students are here, so I'm not going to make it, okay? So I let you study more, so it's going to be good. But with this class, I think you had a good tip, a good overview on how you need to study, right? Okay, if you have any questions, just let me know. Just tell me, send me messages. And if I can help you with something else, just tell me, right? So thank you very much and have a good night. I don't know if you're going to sleep, but right?